back to my channel. It's Terry. And welcome back to an Orchid A Day. Today I wanted to talk about this plant, which doesn't look like anything. And honestly, this is another example going back to what I talked about yesterday of never giving up on your orchids. This is a poor example of Dendrobium tangerinum. This plant is a Papua New Guinea orchid. Gets lots of heat. Gets a lot of rain during the growing season. Gets rain year round. Actually, these plants are often found growing at sea level, sometimes dangling over beds of water, on trees. They do get pretty big. They can get up to 2-3 feet tall, although they do bloom shorter. This one has previously bloomed for me, but I often have difficulty with these antelope type dendrobiums. My problem is probably that I water them too much, and the media that they are in often sours very fast because it's generally either I didn't have this planted in. Usually have antelopes planted in lava rock because they do like a lot of water. But for some reason with them, I don't think that gives them enough. And so I started to add sphagnum moss to the mix. And this plant I thought was completely dead, and it just sat. I had repotted it, and it just sat on top of a humidifier in that tray that gets water, gets in here, creates more humidity, and it was actually sitting in the water. And I was going through the greenhouse this spring and throwing out plants, and was gonna throw this one out, honestly. And then I started feeling the pseudobulbs, and that some of the pseudobulbs are still firm. So I held out hope, did not toss the plant, and then I came in. Actually, I only noticed this when I was shooting the video yesterday, that there are nubbins growing on these canes. Now, I'm not sure. I didn't realize a lot of these canes were even viable because some of them seem like they're so completely past the point of being desiccated. But, I mean, there are some that are firm, but then there are others like this that are just totally mush. This is totally mush. And that's what I was going on with the plant. If it would have went completely mush, I would have tossed the plant. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm going to assume that these are bloom spikes. They do bloom, well, they bloom year-round in the wild, but in captivation, well, they usually bloom in the spring and the summer. Flowers aren't fragrant, but they are very pleasing. I will post a picture. And yeah, this plant is looking very bad, but I am hoping that if these push out spikes, that maybe soon after or at the same time as it is pushing out spikes, that it will be pushing out some growths or some roots, and I don't see anything right now. Yeah, this was just repotted in August of 18, and then it just sat. So, never give up on your orchids. You may get surprises. But one thing that I have found that if I didn't say it, I might have already said it, was that what I'm starting to do now with these type of plants that I get, like I have a Lasianthera, and I can't remember, I have a couple other antelope dendrobiums. I started to mount them. I was watching somebody's video, and he had all of his mounted on slabs, cork, and they all were blooming, and they got a lot of water, and their roots were able to dry off by night, and that seems to be what they like. So if I can keep up on the watering, because that's been my problem in the past. Either I don't give them enough and they desiccate, or I give them too much and they rot. So there is a fine balance, and maybe them being on a mount will take care of that. But these plants do get monstrous, so having a big plant on a mound isn't the best thing, but sometimes it could be the best thing overall for the plant, the health of the plant. So I will see what goes on. If this plant puts out new growths, I might just leave it. But if the new growths tend to rot like they have in the past, I am just going to immediately take it out and mount this. So this is Dendrobium tangerina. Again, bright light requires hot, full sun when it gets acclimated, and regular watering throughout the year. And if you enjoyed this orchid video, press the like button and subscribe to my channel, please, if you have not already. And thanks for those who faithfully watch this every day. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.